What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, we're going to have a whole bunch of shout-outs here because you guys have been so fantastic. I am in a shitty financial situation, and then, of course, today is Columbus Day, so there's no banks, there's no mail, there's nothing but a long list of pending charges on my bank account threatening my livelihood. So, like I said, we got a ton of shout-outs here. I want to give a huge shout-out to Jack, Jeff, Colton, Jason, Tom, Mark, Thomas, Leo, Donna Sparks, Michael, Linda, and Brendan. Thank you, hooligans, so much. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for helping pulling me out of the fire in this shitty financial situation I'm in. Thank you guys so much. If I missed you, please email me because I would love to be able to thank you properly because I really do appreciate all of you guys. I would be totally fucked right now if it was not for all of you hooligans. So thank you guys so much. We're going to be starting off with this first video here titled, "Now the Rebuilding Begins," says Trump following peace deal and release of hostages. We're going to play these first two back to back. The second one being CNN slams Barack Hussein Obama for refusing to acknowledge Trump and Gaza peace deal. Like I said, we're going to play those back to back. Then we got video titled, "White House warns more layoffs likely to shut down drags on," or likely as shutdown drags on. I think it's interesting how they said they didn't think it was going to last very long. Now we're like on week 3 and they're like, well, this might be a big deal. Like, well, we'll see what the Democrats want. Then we got a video titled, "Hundreds of cyclists participated in the emergency world naked bike ride on Sunday." I don't know what to think about this. It seems like pointless degeneracy to me, but I don't know. Portland loves it. Then we got a video titled, "New details revealed about pilot of crashed helicopter in Huntington Beach." There was actually a helicopter crash and 2 plane crashes. I don't know. I figured the helicopter crash would be enough. I don't know why all the planes are falling out of the sky. It's not good. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Simply Witchy and it's titled "Safe." Then getting back to the news, we got a video titled, "Seattle Airport refuses to air Kristi Noem TSA video, blaming Democrats for government shutdown." I don't know how they can even do that, but they claim it has something to do with the Hatch Act. Then we got a video titled, "3 staff members stabbed at Switzer Learning Center in Torrance." You know where Torrance is? Because I don't. And when I watched the video, I didn't know where the hell it was. And I watched the second video, they also didn't tell you where it was. I'm like, why does the news just assume you know where every city is in the country or every random fucking building? I don't get that. So I had to Google it, found out this was actually happening in California. I don't know why the news is like that, but there we go. Then we got a video titled, "New York City mother beaten to death by hospital roommate," the family says. This is a crazy-ass story that's happening in the Bronx, I think it was. I hate going to the doctor, but I couldn't imagine going to the doctor and then getting beaten to death at the hospital. That's awful. And the person didn't get arrested originally, like when it all happened, making it even worse. Then we'll be getting into the last little bit of the news, and today it is Lefty's losing it, of course, and today it's titled, "Jeff Bridges," I've heard the name, but I'm not sure who that is, "Jeff Bridges cringe anti-ice routine." It's going to be cringe if it's anti-ice. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We have an unboxing today. I'm trying to think. I can't remember who sent it to me. Either way, we got an unboxing, and it's going to be cool stuff. You guys are going to like that. Then we have the advent calendar from Cass. We're going to be opening today's door. And then we have our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by 10 Man, and it's titled, "If Monday Was a Game." And then our official funny video of the day is provided by Ghostly, and it's titled, "Sounds Like Love." And that video smoked me. I love that video, but I don't know if you guys are going to love that video. Either way, all of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. Oh, I want to tell you guys, I think Friday for the voice chat, as long as the peppers are still good, which they should be. I got to check with Hair Juicer. I think me and Hair Juicer are going to be eating ghost peppers this Friday. I got to find Hair Juicer, and we got to figure out if that's still the plan. But that's what I'm planning. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, what is up, everyone, over on the website? What's up, Russell? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Simply Witchy? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Matt Rogers? And what's up, Guess Happy Freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. 10 Man. Oh, I can't think of that guy's name. Yeah, I know who it is now that you guys are showing me. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Ghostly, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing to the chat, Ghostly. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Major? What's up, Maggie? Happy freedom. What's up, Vet Set? What's up, H Big? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Guess you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Let me see. What's up, 8-Bit? Happy freedom. Make sure we get everybody. I think that is everybody. Happy freedom, MU. If I can get you already, make sure you guys hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Meta? What's up, Cerebrus? Happy freedom, you hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Holy, we got a full house over here. What's up, Doge? Happy freedom. What's up, Bruce? What's up, Stern? What's up, TBD? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Afro Man? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Master Voltaire? Happy freedom to you, Matt Rogers, you omnipresent. Appreciate you. And thank you so much, Stern, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much, Stern. Really appreciate you. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Proud Patriot Girly, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Parabellum? Happy freedom. Matt Rogers, you were truly omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Joe? What's up, Damon Walker? What's up, Blue Crow? And what's up, Mark? Happy freedom. Yeah, it is in California, but I didn't know where it was. And for some reason, the news is always like, oh, this one city somewhere, this terrible thing happened. I'm like, well, that doesn't give me enough context. Either way, what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. All right, let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with a doubly here. The first one, now the rebuilding begins, says Trump following peace deal and release of hostages. And then the second video, CNN slams Barack Hussein Obama for refusing to acknowledge Trump in Gaza peace deal. We got a lot of peace going on. So let's go ahead and get this pulled up. Now, like I said, we are going to play these back to back. And normally right here I'd be promoting t-shirts and all that stuff, but as you guys know, the merch store has screwed me out of $1,000, which is kind of kicked off this financial shit I'm in right now. So we're not going to advertise the merch store, but I am going to be working my ass off later today to try to get the new merch store up that will be way more reliable, quicker shipping, better prices, better items, and then I can try and figure out the whole debacle with the old merch store, and then we will move forward in life to bigger and better things. So we're going to skip all that, but I do want you guys to hit that like button if you haven't already. And once again, this is Now the Rebuilding Begins, says Trump, following the peace deal and release of hostages. Let's get into this.
After years of suffering and bloodshed, the war in Gaza is over. Humanitarian aid is now pouring in, including hundreds of truckloads of food, medical equipment, and other supplies, much of it paid for by people in this room. Civilians are returning to their homes. The hostages are reuniting. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm just watching it backstage. The level of love and sorrow, I've never seen anything like it. It's amazing when you see they haven't seen their mother, their father. They haven't seen them in such a long time, and they lived in a tunnel, a very little tunnel, very deep. And the level of love is just incredible. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's, in one sense, it's so horrible that it could have taken place, but in another sense, it's so beautiful to see a new and beautiful day is rising, and now the rebuilding begins. The rebuilding is maybe going to be the easiest part. I think we've done a lot of the hardest part because the rest comes together. We all know how to rebuild, and we know how to build better than anybody in the world.
Okay, so like I said, we got a doubly here. It's President Trump speaking after causing all that peace. Now we're going to hear everybody else's opinion about it. Let's get this pulled up real quick. I love everybody calling out the lefties on the social media saying, it's funny you don't see the free Palestine protesters out there anymore because peace has been brought, but God forbid they thank President Trump for it. Either way, getting into this second of the doubly here, CNN slams Barack Hussein Obama for refusing to acknowledge Trump in Gaza peace deal.
CNN has spectacularly and surprisingly slammed Barack Obama.
Honestly, it's not unfair to say if President Obama's going to write a whole post about a peace deal, maybe he should acknowledge the president that brokered it.
If Donald Trump gets a peace deal, he deserves the credit.
The criticism came after the former president wrote a lengthy post on X that celebrated the end of the war but gave no recognition of Donald Trump's pivotal brokering of the deal. The post read, "After 2 years of unimaginable loss and suffering for Israeli families and the people of Gaza, we should all be encouraged and relieved that an end to the conflict is within sight. that those hostages still being held will be reunited with their families, and that vital aid can start reaching those inside Gaza whose lives have been shattered. More than that though, it now falls on Israelis and Palestinians, with the support of the US and the entire world community, to begin the hard task of rebuilding Gaza, and to commit to a process that, by recognizing the common humanity and basic rights of both people, can achieve the lasting peace. Donald Trump Jr. lashed out at the post, cheekily adding, "I'll finish it for you. Thank you, Donald Trump." Online commentators were left shocked that CNN called out the former president, with this person saying, "CNN calling out Obama, pigs are flying," and this person agreed, saying, "Hell just froze over." In addition to Obama's refusal to acknowledge Trump's part in the peace deal, Anthony Blinken also tried to undermine Trump, which the president called a joke.
And they were in places that you don't want to know about. Deep.
Some of the top Biden administration folks who were there, like Anthony Blinken, seem to want some credit for the peace deal. Blinken says it's good that President Trump adopted and built on the plan that the Biden administration developed. What do you think about that?
Everybody knows that's a joke. Look, they did such a bad job. This should have never happened. This wouldn't have even happened. That was weak leadership, terrible. And the same thing with Russia, Ukraine. If just a decent president, not a great president like me, not a great president. If a decent president was in, you wouldn't have had the Russia-Ukraine. And this is, I would say, even more so. This was bad policy by Biden and by Obama. Remember when Bibi came and he begged that you not do what they were doing with Iran? You remember that, right? Begged them. And they wouldn't even listen to him. Everything they did was the opposite what you should have done. And it's nice that they try and take a little credit. That was years ago, and the mistakes were made years ago, and it was both by Biden and Obama.
And whilst Obama and Blinken continued to ignore President Trump's groundbreaking strides forward, another former Trump rival is taking the high road. Hillary Clinton praised Trump for the peace deal.
It's a really significant first step, and I really commend President Trump and his administration, as well as Arab leaders in the region, for making the commitment to the 20-point plan and seeing a path forward for what's often called the day after.
And the mainstream media seemingly have no choice but to congratulate Trump on brokering the deal.
We've heard it again and again from a number of people today, really giving credit to President Trump for getting this deal over the finish line. What are you hearing from your sources with regard to President Trump's role in getting both parties to sign off on at least the first phase of this peace plan?
Well, certainly this is an enormous moment for the world, but also for this administration, a big win for the president, who has been very personally involved in this, Lindsay.
MSNBC doubled down on the praise.
And Joe Biden could never do that. And Donald Trump was able to do it, and did it at the decisive moment when he said, essentially, this war must end.
And Donald Trump himself acknowledged the unity across political lines that this peace deal has brought.
A very special time, and I guess if you read your own papers and your own networks, everybody's very excited about this moment in time. So I'll see you on the plane. I think you're traveling with us, but this is a very special event. They had 500,000 people yesterday and today in Israel, and also the Muslim and Arab countries are all cheering. Everybody's cheering at one time. That's never happened before. Usually if you have one cheering, the other isn't. The other is the opposite. This is the first time everybody is amazed and they're thrilled, and it's an honor to be involved, and we're going to have an amazing time, and it's going to be something that's never happened before. So I'll see you on the plane, and we're going to have a good time. Okay, Peter? Nice to see you. Thank you, everybody. See you in a little while.
Okay. So, like I said, doubly there, President Trump causing all this peace. Even Blue News had to give him credit. The lefties won't. The dumbasses in the streets won't do it. The people who have been screaming free freeze, Palestine, Ohio, over and over again, they'll be the last ones to congratulate President Trump for doing all of this. Either way, next up, White House warns of more layoffs, likely as shutdown drags on. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this doubly we started with. Once again, the first videos, President Trump creating more peace. Lefties can't even be grateful because Trump did it. And then the second video, Trump getting credit for peace from CNN, also getting props from Hillary, as well as MSNBC, which is just mind-boggling. That's crazy. I never thought we'd see that. When the protesters start, being thankful for President Trump, then we know this is the end. Like, we know we're in the end if we see that. Either way, next up, like I said, White House warns more layoffs likely as shutdown drags on. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about those first two videos. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy Freedom. Guess, okay, Peter, nice to see you. Sounds like Russell. That's terrible. I like that President Trump's always acknowledging Peter Ducey there, hanging out with the press. He does with Brian, too. He acknowledges Brian. It's weird that Brian's not at Right Side Broadcasting anymore. I don't know why. I can't seem to get used to that. 10 Man, The Big Lebowski. Yeah, I've seen it once. I want to say I was sick when I watched it because I don't really remember a whole lot about it. What's up, Tony Rez? What's up, I Care? Happy Freedom. What's up, Break a Leg? Happy Freedom to you. Hillary is still alive. Oh, yeah, you'll know when she kicks the bucket. People will be talking about that for weeks. What's up, All Rise? Happy Freedom to you. Bill Clay, Trump acts conflict over. Yep. He said they had to stop fighting, so now they've stopped fighting. What's up, Dudden? What's up, Godspeed? Happy Freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Watchman? Happy Freedom to you. Watchman was burning in the chat too when we were eating those Reaper peppers last week. Like I said, I think we're going to eat ghost peppers. Here, Juice just showed up. I'm trying to get a confirmation on it. I don't know why I want to sign up for it, but he sent me a plethora of peppers, and I feel obligated to try them all. I'm going to be making some hot sauce out of them, I think is what I'm going to do. 8-bit, I'm 46. You know how much girl drama I deal with? I hear you. I hear you. That damn girl drama. There's nothing like being lonely, but then when you're with females, then you're... Yeah. Should watch my mouth, but I know what you're talking about. What's up, Kevin? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Sparky? Happy Freedom to you. I'm sitting here getting all greasy face. The humidity is up. It's gloomy and humid at the same damn time. Yeah, I care. Yeah, that's what I think too. I can't say that while YouTube and Twitch is watching, but yeah, I think you're on it. Cerebrus, damn, Hillary is really turning into what she is, a swamp creature. I know. She's big old bullfrog woman. Her and Whoopi Goldberg, they're trying to figure out like who could be uglier faster. It's a rough competition to witness. Meta, lefties can't deny this is history and who's directly responsible, God and Trump. Yeah, they'll never admit that. They hate God and Trump. God is the only person they hate more than Trump. What's up, Lisa? Happy Freedom. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy Freedom to you. TBD, are you good with heat? I mean, not really. I'm not supposed to be eating hot stuff because I got Crohn's disease and all kinds of other problems. But I push the limits sometime. This is like my fun thing. I don't go out there and like smoke crack or drive too fast or do stunts on motorcycles or go clubbing on the weekends. I just eat hot stuff every once in a while. And, I very wear some shit and blood and hanging out in the bathroom the rest of the day. But it's what I do. It's my hobby. It's eating hot stuff. Now that I've eaten a Reaper pepper, I do have like an unreasonable amount of confidence now. And I know that it's just delusion. It's not real. But surviving the Reaper pepper has given me some confidence here. I strut a little harder. What's up, Agent O? Happy Freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Manuel? Happy Freedom. No worries, Proud Patriot Girly. Life happens. I totally understand, especially being overwhelmed. What's up, Burner? Happy Freedom. All these protests got me remembering you from Summer of Love, man. Your stream was crushing it in the Summer of Love. Well, these are not organic protests. I mean, not that the other ones were organic either, but these aren't even really protests. This is just Trump's putting a lot of, it's not even just Trump. The whole White House is putting a lot of spotlight on Portland, calling it a war zone. That's caused the lefties to go and troll Trump. So now they're showing up, but they're dressing up in costumes. They're pulling their tits out and all kinds of stuff like that because they're trolling. They're not really protesting, and it's kind of keeping the action low. It's entertaining because there's people in costumes and they all sound like idiots and they're playing music and stuff. But you're not seeing like aggressiveness like we were, back in the lockdowns and stuff. And it's because it's not that kind of protest. It's just protesters showing up where the spotlight is, just to kind of undermine what President Trump is saying. If he says it's a war zone, they're going to make sure not to be aggressive because they don't want to prove him right. And that's why we haven't been covering it, is because it's not really protests. It's like a gimmick thing that's going on. That's also why you're seeing patriots in Portland. You don't normally see that because bad stuff happens when Trump supporters and patriots show up in Portland. But right now, the Fed boys are there and there's all that spotlight there. And like I said, Antifa and them, they're not trying to be aggressive right now because they don't want to prove Trump right. So that opens the doorway for patriots to show up. And now you got grifters showing up too, or just they're live streaming and begging for money and stuff like that, which is, that's their job. But that's why it's going the way it is. It ain't really what it's like in Portland because there's so much spotlight. Now, when the spotlight goes away, that's when we're going to go back to seeing Antifa throwing bricks at the Fed boys and stuff, like we saw Boob Troop get smoked in the Nugget there because one of his comrades threw a brick or something and it ricocheted off the wall and smacked him in the cranium and cracked his nugget open. That stuff will start when the spotlight goes away. Because like even during the lockdowns, when we were covering 1,000 Antifa in the streets versus the Justice Center in Portland, it was not that much spotlight. In D.C., they were talking about protesters in D.C. They were not putting spotlight on Portland, and that's why Portland remained aggressive. And so there's a lot of politics to it, and that's why we haven't been covering this. But I keep an eye on it. If it does get spicy, we will start covering it. Here, Juicer, I'm game. I'll swallow this time. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. I guess we were eating ghost peppers over on jeffmaclive.com Friday for the voice chat after Coffee with Hooligans. So get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. You can come eat ghost peppers with us, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think so, Snooks. I think so. I think eating hot peppers makes it a little longer. What are you guys talking about on Rumble? Oh, I try, I care. I try. Ghostly, that's what they always say before they spit. Not here, Juicer. He's a man of his word. If he says he's going to swallow, I believe him. Maggie, Antifa's behaving right now, but one gets smacked, they're turned into soy boys crying to mommy. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what happens when you weigh 80 pounds and, you're taking hormones and shit like that. Tony Rez, gotta swallow those seeds. It's the pepper placenta. That's what it's actually called. I Googled it because I was being called a sissy eating that Reaper pepper because I took the seeds out, but I took the seeds out because I want to grow the peppers. But the seeds don't make it hot. It's the placenta that the seeds are in. And so, I don't know. Here, Juicy's not going to let me cut open this next pepper. So, I'm just going to have to do what I got to do. Oh, I try, Cass. Thank you so much. Break a leg. You can smell whoopee through the screen. That's true. It's true, and it's unfortunate. What's up, Spicy K? Happy freedom. What's up, Obnoxious Scott? Happy freedom to you. Meta. Now, it was diplomatic of Hillary. At least she gave credit to Trump. She knows this is unprecedented. Yeah. Now I'm suspicious. She's giving praise to President Trump. That makes me uneasy. TBD, no hiccups? What are you talking about? No, I didn't get hiccups. Not from the hot stuff. I've seen all kinds of stuff. People like fingering their ears and hiccuping and stuff. And there's something called the Reaper cramps that if you eat a Reaper pepper, it can cause your stomach to cramp. I didn't experience any of that. I don't know why. I think the spider bite gave me some immunity to it. The spiciness wasn't as spicy because I have venom in my leg right now. So I think it countered out. That's what I think happened. Either way, let's see. Snooks, the last one was a Reaper pepper. Last Friday. This Friday is going to be ghosts. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, White House warns of more layoffs likely as shutdown drags on. And like I mentioned in the beginning here, they were talking about this government shutdown only lasting a couple days. Now they're saying they're not sure how long it's gonna last. Of course, it's because the Democrats are still holding everything hostage because they want to give healthcare to illegals, and that's not a good thing. Nobody should be voting for that. And until the Democrats get their way, they're just going to keep things locked down. And while that's happening, all their comrades are getting laid off. So we'll see who's going to win this game of chicken here. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
The government shutdown is now entering its third week, and Democrats and Republicans remained far apart on any potential solution as thousands of federal workers were fired over the weekend. Monica Alba has more.
This morning, as the shutdown stalemate continues, the White House warning more jobs could be lost.
The longer this goes on, the deeper the cuts are going to be.
Workers at multiple departments throughout the federal government have already received layoff notices.
We don't want to be laying off federal workers, but the Democrats have shut down the government.
The president weighing in on his way to Israel.
We're ending some programs that we don't want. They happen to be Democrat-sponsored programs, but we're ending some programs that we never wanted.
Democrats slamming the move.
Said there aren't Democrat workers or agencies and Republican agencies. That's ridiculous.
Late Friday, the Trump administration told hundreds of scientists at the CDC they had been let go, only to reverse some of the firings hours later. An official familiar with the matter telling NBC it was due to a, quote, glitch in the system. The confusion coming as the president directed Defense Department officials to pay members of the military this week by using, quote, all available funds to ensure troops don't miss a paycheck, while furloughed workers like Charles Davis, a disabled vet, anxiously await any news about how the standoff ends.
I am the primary source of income for my household. So to cut out, 60% of our gross income is significant.
Meanwhile, Smithsonian museums and the National Zoo, which had been able to stay open for the first stretch of the shutdown using other funding, closed their doors on Sunday.
We were disappointed. We had planned this trip a while ago, and we were really looking forward to experiencing Washington, D.C.
Prostitute.
Okay. So, being all bent out of shape about the government shutdown, but then at the same time, they don't really have good reasons for the government to be shut down. So, they're going to have to figure this out. And I still hate that they go on TV and they're like, yeah, you guys are going to regret this stuff that you don't have any control over. It's like, what are we supposed to do? Okay, government shut down. You guys don't do math very good. That's it. Like, I don't know what we're supposed to do about it. I'll never understand them taking that angle with us. Like, they talk to us like we were sitting on our ass and we were supposed to go do something. And like, we weren't supposed to go do anything. They're the ones that don't know how to budget money. So I just don't get that. Either way, next up, hundreds of cyclists participated in the Emergency World Naked Bike Ride on Sunday. Now, obviously, this is shit happening in Portland. And they were real excited about it, but I don't know. Because I've rode lots of bikes in my life. Now, I haven't rode a bike since I was like 19. But when I did, I was everywhere. I was like leaving town on a bike. I mean, just going places. And it will wreck your ass. So I could not imagine being naked on a bike and just kicking your sack around while you're doing the thing. I don't know. That doesn't sound like any fun to me. But that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you Hooligans think about the White House. Warning of more layoffs as the government shutdown drags on. Some notes here. As long as the Dems want to have the government shut down over illegal health care, then people are going to be laid off. Dems need to give up on their ignorant cause. Like I said, naked cyclists coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you Hooligans think about these layoffs. What's up, Simply Witchy? Happy Freedom. Yeah, and in the rain. Yeah, exactly. And it was raining there. Well, and then you're in a big group of naked people, and then you smell somebody ripping a Skippy, and you know that's fresh from the donut hole. Like, it didn't even pass through the jeans or anything like that. Like, that's... Nah, I'm good on that. You know, I'd rather not experience that. Hair juicer, my employer sucks. Boo fucking who. Yeah. Everybody's employer sucks. It's sucky that it's like that. Snooks, my eyes still hurt. Yeah, I don't know. The naked bike ride, that just doesn't sound fun to me. A naked walk or something. I mean, even that, you know, I don't want to be naked, but riding a bike, they should do like naked rollerblading. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of more obnoxious, stupid ideas that they could try in the future. What's up, Grinch's bro? Happy Freedom. What's up, Stolen Hellcat? Happy freedom to you. What's your problem, 8-bit? Being too honest, because that's my problem. Maggie, yeah. See, and I can't say that because YouTube's watching, but yep. Tony Rez, was that a hairless cat? Not quite sure. Could you imagine if Klaus was hairless? He'd look like a giant rat sitting there all coiled up on his Klaus tower. Maggie, Republicans better not cave during the shutdown. That's what I'm wondering too. Are they eventually going to sign off on healthcare for illegals because they don't want to deal with, the government shutdown? Is that going to happen? What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom. Elder Zoomer, they're going to keep the government shut down until after the No Kings protest in D.C. Dems are playing optic games with people's lives. I remember seeing that in a video. There's supposed to be some No Kings protest, and they're waiting until like the day after or something like that to bring the government back. I can't remember it all. It was a short video, and it was like cut off, and there was something else wrong with it, which is why I didn't make it on the schedule. Bregalay, she's got a whiny voice. Can't stand those whiny voices. Cass, Jeff Mack, you're killing me. I'm trying, Cass. I'm trying. Life's too hard. You gotta make it funny. What is your name? Val. Happy freedom, Val. You live in Benton County. Definitely been considering driving the 2 hours to Portland. If you do, be safe, because things can go from being really funny to really crazy really fast. Snook's ripping a Skippy. I've never heard that. I don't remember who I heard saying that. I don't know. I've been saying it ever since I heard it, though. Tin Man, yeah, I know. Man, Rogers, those people ride with no seat, just the peg. That's what keeps them from falling off their bike. Mm-hmm. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom. Grimsbro, sneak up and spray their bike seats with Pam cooking spray. Just spray their peg. Oh, no, that's not good. Moving in a terrible location here. Getting worse. What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy freedom. Take their bike seats off and really get noticed. See, everyone is moving. We are moving as one. This is how this is going. Grimsbro, ripping a Skippy sounds like a Theo Vaughn thing. No, I heard it before Theo Vaughn was like blowing up. I can't remember. It's been years. I've been saying that for years. I can't remember who I heard say that, but it does sound like Theo. Oh, Val, you grew up in Portland? Well, then you probably know better than I do. Meta, is it this Saturday? I'm not sure when the No Kings protest is supposed to be. There was supposed to be one this weekend, but I guess it was a dud. Nobody showed up to it. And I don't think this one was the finish line, considering the government's still shut down. So it might be next weekend. What's up, Jay Blazer? Happy freedom. What's up, CJ? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much for continuing the membership program over on Twitch, CJ, for 35 months. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Badass. Southern Eagleman, it was fun. I mean, it was rough. Those peppers were rough. We survived. What's up, Youper? Happy freedom. Youper, been a few mountain bike races. The people that power shoot snot out of each nostril at 25 to 30 miles an hour, and you're behind them, nasty. Yeah, I can imagine that. It reminds me of, I used to play football when I was like in high school and all that, and there's lots of that, especially in the summertime. Everybody gets on the line for practice because you're in like football camp, and then somebody throws up, and then two other people throw up because the first person throw up, and there's people who's like snot all down their face and shit, and it's, nah, I've never been a big fan of that. What's up, LaDonna? Happy freedom. Naked and afraid in Portland on bikes. Yeah, see, that just doesn't sound like a good time to me. It's a burner. Happy freedom. Yeah, burner, we still do that stuff. We still cover the protests and all that. And we're live on 6 platforms right now. We still do the thing. What's up, Wayne? Happy freedom. What's up, Drob? Happy freedom to you. Drob, in Seattle, they used to do the naked bike ride for the start of summer solstice. Interesting. I don't know where all they go in this bike ride. I was wondering if Seattle and Portland was connected, because they're, for some reason, they seem to go hand in hand. Wayne the Snot Rockets. Yeah, it's grody. That's grody. All right, hooligans, let's move forward here. What's up, Musky Boss? Happy freedom to you. Guess I'm the Air Biscuits. No, that's not good. That's when you can taste it. Either way, moving forward here. Like I said, hundreds of cyclists participated in the emergency World Naked Bike Ride. And at what point in time is a World Naked Bike Ride an emergency? It's an emergency that is happening. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chat on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this video pulled up. These naked bike riders. Goodness, I feel like we already covered the video as much as we talked about it. Naked bike riders. It's just, none of this sounds good. I don't think riding in the car naked sounds that good, let alone being on a bike. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
I kind of forget I'm naked. I'm just hanging out.
Hundreds of Portlanders gathered outside the convention center Sunday afternoon for the Emergency World Naked Bike Ride. The Naked Bike Ride is one of the Rose City's weirdest traditions and usually advocates for climate action and safer streets. But this time, the Naked Bike Ride took the form of a protest.
We're here because we strongly believe that we do not need federal troops in Portland.
Some participants showed up in costumes, while others showed up in nothing at all.
It is electric, so fun, it's so Portland, just keeping everything weird.
After leaving the convention center, cyclists briefly stopped to stage a die-in on Burnside Bridge. Minutes later, participants ended their route at the ICE facility in Portland. Well, this year's Naked Bike Ride drew in a crowd of beginners.
No, I've never done it before, but I'm very excited to be here. This is actually my first Portland protest, too.
Seasoned Naked Bike Riders tell me this year's ride meant something extra special.
This has more impact. We're doing it for something bigger than just like freedom of expression. You know, we're doing it for human rights. So we're all here for something that's meaningful. Made the cold and made the rain so much worth it.
Okay, so I know you guys were really moved by that. That was so stunning and brave. Next up, new details revealed about pilot and crashing helicopter in Huntington Beach. Now, I think this happened on Saturday after Coffee with Hooligans, or maybe it happened during Coffee with Hooligans. But either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what hooligans think about this Emergency World Naked Bike Ride. They're saying this is a yearly event. I don't know how this is not indecent exposure. What is the point of having indecent exposure laws if they're never being enforced? I guess this is a tradition, and it's a protest, and somehow this is also to spot Fed boys in Portland. This is to spite them, and then this just seems like pointless degeneracy, but they were really excited while doing it. Acting like a bunch of heathens. Either way, like I said, next up, we got the helicopter crash in Huntington Beach. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about naked bike rides. Guess what the hell was that? Damn it, Jeff. I know. Yeah, I think so too. They damaged their tail rotor. I think that's what caused it to go down. Matt Rogers, it's always the unfuckables. Yeah, there's this thing about people doing things. It's never the people you want doing those things, right? They're pulling out the toes. They're slip a little hoo-ha lipper here or there. Titty falls out. You know, it never happens to the people you would like to actually see do those things. That's just the way it goes. That's the way it goes. The people you want to see naked are never naked. That's part of God's humor, I think, is because it's always like that. It's always on pattern. It never strays away. It's like you almost get what you want, but when you finally get what you want, you realize it's not what you want because there's some hairy old titty hanging out or something like that. And it's God being like, ha ha, straighten up, stop being a nasty fucker. But, you know, I am as I am. Let's see. 10-man poor bicycle seats. I know. The bikes were struggling. In the French Quarter, they do a yearly nude bike ride, or they used to. I don't want to Google. I don't want to Google naked bike rides, but I wonder how popular of a thing this is. Somebody else needs to Google it. I don't want to Google it. Guess liberal women make me hate sex. I don't know what it makes. It makes me worried that they're going to convert all women to be that way, because liberal women are fucking extremists. They're like feral women. Like, if you left women on an island for 3 generations, you came back, they'd be liberals. You know, they'd be all crawling around and fucking hairy and weird and mean. Like, I don't know. I like women to be nice. And liberal women are not nice. They're fucking mean. Mean and stupid at the same time. There ain't nothing worse than something mean and stupid. I don't know if you guys ever dealt with something mean and stupid. It's never a good time. Tony Red Subaru drivers when the Subarus break down. On the side of the road, trying to figure out how to get the bike seat off. They're like, what are you doing? It's, the Subaru broke down. Trying to start my naked bike ride here. Ghostly, if God didn't want me looking, he wouldn't have made tits so awesome. You know, Ghostly, you're right. You're right. I can't argue with that. Crick Kiss, flipping in the breeze. How comfy. It's... You could see some good things, but then you can think about some bad things. Like I said, a little breeze might be nice, but the chafing, it's not going to be good. You don't want to ruin your undercarriage like that, you know. What's up, 8Co? Happy freedom. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy freedom to you. And what's up, T1? Happy freedom. Bright Gaming. Boomers flopping their things. Yeah, I don't know. It's like bathroom rules or like locker room rules. You show up for the naked bike ride, but you just like tunnel vision, or you look at the ground. You don't look at anybody else, or do they compliment? They're like, "What's up, Jack?" Slap them right in the sack. How's it going, my guy? Like, I don't know what the etiquette is for the naked bike ride. Kevin, my sister made pumpkin pie cheesecake, and it was so fucking good. I believe you. That sounds fantastic. I didn't know there was a pumpkin pie cheesecake. Sounds amazing. Magic Moon, careful what you wish for. It's true. Grinch's bro, can't even imagine the stench. I know, like it couldn't happen in a worse place in Portland. Crick is, well, no appetite now. This is how I keep my girlish figure. Let's just watch liberals on the screen all day. Elder Zoom are all sex offenders. For real. They're out there naked, in front of kids, in front of traffic. Obviously unemployed. It's like, I don't know, it's not good. What's up, Kane? Happy freedom. Kane, why are they never hot? Nah, I know. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Crick, his poor kids watching. Yeah, hopefully people were mindful about their kids. They're like, oh no, degeneracy, kids look the other way, you know. But you know, it's Portland. There's people like, hey kids, make sure you look out the window. This is real patriots out here protesting. A bunch of ugly circus fuckers on bikes. And it's like, oh man, you know how people are. Oh, here, Jesus, you know at least a few of those bikes are rentals. Oh no, you'd never be able to disinfect the seat. You gotta just burn it. You gotta use fire. Cleanse it with fire. What's up, Tom? Happy freedom to you. Go freaking Portland. I know. And that's what they said too. They're like, yeah, it's so Portland. It's so weird. Like, why even say that? Remember when they were saying JD Vance was weird and that was a bad thing? Portland being weird is a good thing for some reason? I don't know. What's your pronouns? Meta, naked jacuzzi sounds more fun. Yeah, see, I could do naked jacuzzi. Naked bike ride? I don't know. Naked soccer? No thanks. Jacuzzi? I guess. You know, I guess. Everyone's like, well, time to buy Jeff a jacuzzi. We ain't doing those kind of live streams. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom. What's up, Hazards? Happy freedom to you. TBD, I feel sorry for the porta potties. I don't know. I feel bad for everything on the left coast. It's not good. TBD, gross. Yes. Jay Blizzard, ew. So bad. At least we don't have to smell them through the screen. What's up, Jones? Happy Freedom. They had kids participating with clothes on, of course. I'm glad they had the at least left their clothes on them, but that's awful just to expose children to that. And like, where's CPS? CPS just think that's okay? Like, as I don't think it's okay. LaDonna, SpaceX is launching. I bet there's people excited about that. Every time I put it on the screen, everybody leaves, so I don't show that stuff. But there's people always in the chat talking about what SpaceX is doing. What's up, Lee? Happy Freedom. What's up, Michael? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Jeff S? Happy Freedom. Tomorrow, Trump's giving Charlie Kirk a Freedom Medal. Interesting. We will have to try and cover that. As long as it's not like 8 o'clock in the morning. Jeff S, I understand the Hamas prisoners have been returned today, but I didn't watch it yet. Yeah. We didn't show the hostages being released or anything like that, but we covered 2 videos that were talking about it. Talking about President Trump brokering peace, and even MSNBC gave him props twice, and even Hillary gave him props, but we just didn't cover the hostage. It wasn't included in the video. I didn't intentionally avoid it. It just wasn't in the video. I tried, cheeky chaps. All right, hooligans, let's move forward here. Like I said, new details revealed about pilot of crashed helicopter in Huntington Beach. Now, this is a kind of crazy helicopter crash because they just left the helicopter there. I mean, I don't know if it's still there today, but they left it there for a couple days because it happened on Saturday, and then on Sunday there was an event that helicopter was supposed to participate in. There was some sort of charity event, and it was still there. The wreck was still there, and people were all staring at it. Now, as far as I know, nobody died. I don't think, trying to skim through my notes really quick. So, things turned out okay, but still pretty crazy helicopter crash here. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
We begin with this. Tonight, federal investigators are in Huntington Beach after yesterday's helicopter crash that hurt 5 people.
And KCAL News reporter Lauren Posen has dramatic new video of the crash and new details on the pilot.
That video shows just how scary things were, not only for the pilot and that passenger, but for the people on the ground, too. The wreckage is still here. Earlier, NTSB investigators were on scene. There's a lot of questions about what caused this helicopter to go down and who the victims are. Friends of the pilot say he's well known in the aviation community. New video captures pure chaos of this helicopter spinning out of control. People scrambling for cover by nearby stairs while a man sprints to save a child trapped beneath the wreckage. We blurred the child's face. A day after the heart-stopping crash in Huntington Beach, people still can't believe it.
I came down to have breakfast with my friends, and we walked over here to take a look at it.
Saturday's crash involved a Bell 222 helicopter, as the beach and surrounding area were packed with people. Dramatic cell phone video shows the helicopter dipping toward the tree line before suddenly losing control, spinning wildly as a piece flies off, then crashing into palm trees near the Hyatt's pedestrian bridge.
I saw about 5 or 6 videos, and each and every one had an incredible different angle.
The pilot and passenger were pulled from the wreckage and rushed to the hospital, along with 3 others on the ground, including a child. Officials haven't released their names, but we learned the helicopter is registered to Eric Nixon after looking up its tail number. Nixon Helicopters posted on social media saying the pilot and passenger are safe and were taken to the hospital after the crash. Friends of Nixon's also posted online about his injuries, saying he broke his ribs and fractured his spine.
The pilot's a hero to me, the way he handled the situation.
NTSB investigators walked through the crash site, examining wreckage still lodged between palm trees. Sky Cow flew overhead, and you can see debris scattered across the parking lot, including parts of the tail and tail rotor system. City officials say the helicopter was set to take part in Sunday's Cars and Copters event that went on as scheduled, raising money for the Huntington Beach Police Department and community.
We felt moving forward with this was the right thing to do because some of these dollars are going to help some of the people that were hurt.
Still, many people couldn't shake the shock from what happened just a day earlier.
It was a horrible thing to see. I was very close to the situation, and I wasn't expecting that.
NTSB investigators say they expect to release a report in the next 30 days. However, it's unclear when the wreckage
to go from the
will
raw
be removed.
material.
Reporting in Huntington Beach, Lauren Posen, KCAL News.
Okay. So like I said, pretty crazy helicopter crash there. And there's been lots of plane crashes and helicopter crashes and train derailments and all kinds of shit over the last couple of years that we've been covering. This is the rocket launching stuff you guys are talking about. We'll just go ahead and throw this in the background so you guys can watch it as we hang out in the chat. Either way, like I was saying, it's weird the way it's good that nobody died. It's good that nobody got killed or anything like that. And just a really interesting way with the way that it crashed, hanging out in the trees, and then they left it there, and it's almost like art. People were coming and checking it out and stuff. Either way, the notes I have here, it looks like the rotor had either hit one of the trees or stopped functioning. Ironically, I had actually just seen a short video that was talking about the difference between our helicopters versus like foreign helicopters. Is I guess in foreign helicopters, like Russian helicopters, they have two propellers that spin opposite directions that keep the cabin of the helicopter from spinning itself. And in America, that's the whole reason we have a tail rotor, is it keeps the body of the copter from spinning around in circles. And so it seems like that tail rotor stopped functioning for whatever reason, and that caused the body of the helicopter to start spinning. Now, thankfully, the way that it landed, it really did them some favors there, because if they'd have slammed onto the ground flat, they may not have survived it, and there could have been casualties and stuff like that. So pilot and passenger went to the hospital with serious injuries, but it seems that they will recover. It was supposed to join a charity event on Sunday, the next day, that still took place, meaning that they still raised money for a good cause and all of that. So, there was at least that, and nobody died. So if you're going to have a plane crash, this is probably the best outcome, I would say. Either way, next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled Safe. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this helicopter crash. Dead man. Oh, I see Snooks. That makes sense. Heard you, sir. Okay, people, move along. Nothing to see here. Oh my god, a flaming aircraft. Hey, everyone, gather around. Yeah, pretty much. It's a part of the show on Sunday. Oh, I guess I can't even read that out loud. Somebody will be mad if I say that. T1, my leg is doing a little bit better. I've kind of not been checking on it. I know that sounds bad, and you guys are gonna start harping on me and stuff. I haven't really been checking on my leg because there's no help to get. There's no more antibiotics. There's nothing that they're offering me. They told me just to put a hot press on it and maybe put hydrocortisone cream on it because it has a steroid in it, and they're hoping it'll fix my muscle tissue because my muscle tissue is like beef jerky. But this is all crap I got to do here at the house. And so, I don't know. I've been kind of taking care of it, but it's okay. I don't have any updated pictures or anything like that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think it's going to be okay. It's not healed. It is still kind of angry and red. The muscle tissue is still thick like and tough like beef jerky, and it hurts if you touch it. It's not burning like it was. It's not throbbing or anything like that. It doesn't itch. It doesn't smell weird. I think is healing. I think it's healing. If it's to the point where I can ignore it and forget that it's happening, I'm just going to assume it's healing. But if it gets worse, I will tell you guys. But for now, I think we're going to just assume things are working themselves out. Grimsbro, Gravity's racist. Damn, Gravity. Rappy, what are you talking about? That'd be great if you could email her for us. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm willing to. I just don't know who her is or what I'm going to be emailing about. You hear the kids out there. The people underneath me, they got a bunch of kids, and they're releasing them from the apartment. They're running out to the swing set. Sergeant Tripod, happy freedom to you. I identify as an air traffic accident investigator. The cause of this crash was gravity. I had a feeling. Thank you, Sergeant Tripod, for your professional opinion there. Fucking gravity. Chris Bro, not a fan of helicopters. I just don't like being in the sky. I wasn't meant to be there. That's why God didn't give me wings. Crit Kiss, all 3 critical, but alive, I think. Yeah, I only heard there was 2, but I think they said the helicopter had landed on a child or something like that. Was it that one? Or maybe that was I don't know. I've watched so many airplane crash videos today. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Oh, Cass, can you email Pumpkin for us? I don't... Yes, actually I can, because Pumpkin emailed me, so I do have her email. I will... Can I do it right now? No, I can't, because I gotta do it on my phone. I will send her an email and ask her how she's doing later today. I just made a reminder, so I'll email her for you guys. She's gonna think I'm weird, so you guys gotta back me up. She's gonna pop in the chat and be like, Jeff sent me an email and it made me feel uncomfortable, and all you guys are gonna be like, we didn't tell him to email you, he's a fucking weirdo. I already know. You guys are gonna leave me out there to dry. Guess Hooligans chasing Jeff Maggett says, go to the doctor. That's how it goes. That is how it goes. Well, we'll put this back up for a second here, reading through, and then we'll be moving forward. No worries, Rappy. I just had to catch up. Yeah, T1. Thanks for asking. I don't know. I'm glad it's healing, because 11 weeks into this spider bite, I'm ready to be on to other things. Yeah, Cass, it'll be alright. I'll email her after the live, and I'll let you guys know if she responds. Meta, glad everyone's okay. Not a good place to park, though. Yeah, they're gonna be hitting them up like, hey, you gonna come get this helicopter? You can't just leave it in our trees here. Stern, that's how I feel. It took faith for me to fly down here from Alaska for the move. I'm driving back when I leave. Yeah. I don't know. I think road trips are better than flying. Sometimes you can't help it, right? You're going to Alaska. Unless you're going to drive through Canada, you got to fly. And there's a lot of places like that. So, sometimes you got to do it. But otherwise, I think road trips are better. Stern, leeches. Oh, you're talking about for the spider bite? Yeah, no spider powers yet. Master Voltaire, a helicopter ride was on my to-do list. I'd give it a little bit. People seem to have forgotten how to fly helicopters. I don't know if it's the same reason why we can't make it to the moon. But yeah, I'd give it a little bit. What's up, Christine? Happy freedom. What's up, Bobby Johnson? Happy freedom. Helicopters are sketchy, no wings and shit. I know. Defying everything we know about flying. Yeah. You guys all talking about Portlanders grooming their kids. Yeah, exactly. Lee, tomorrow's Charlie's birthday. Wear red. I did not know that. Why is that the thing? Everybody's wearing red tomorrow? I don't own red. I don't like red. I got Stars and Stripes. If I can remember, I'll wear my Stars and Stripes shirt. LaDonna, no, I mean, like I said, it's been 11 weeks. I've been dealing with this brown recluse spider bite. And I'm on the better side of things, but I've tried all kinds of stuff, and I ended up having to get antibiotics. And the doctors didn't even know what was wrong with me. They weren't exactly convinced it was a brown recluse bite, but they couldn't tell me what it was if it wasn't a spider bite. So, I don't know. Hopefully it's getting better. So I thought you guys told me this rocket was going to be like taking off. Is that like today? Oh, I see. 2 minutes from now. Well, how long is this next video? Well, this next video is a midlife break. Let me see. We could play the midlife break and the next little bit of the news and probably still have time for the launch. And that way you guys won't miss out on your spaceship stuff that you guys like. So let's get into this midlife break really quick. Hold up. All right, now before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick that if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open your browser, go to rumble.com, log in, come to the live, hop in the chat. And like I said, you will see that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble Hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get into our mid-live break. Our funny video halfway through is provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled Safe. Yes. All right, getting back into the news here. We got a quick video. It's titled Seattle Airport Refuses to Air Kristi Noem TSA Video Blaming Democrats for Government Shutdown. Now again, I don't really know how they can do this. If the federal government gives an airport a video and tells them to play it, I don't know how they can say no to that. They claim it's a Hatch Act violation, but I'm not really convinced because every time they do anything wrong, they claim it's free speech and all this other shit that's not true and deceptive. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Working on this story for Como News at 6.
We will continue to do all that we can to avoid delays that will impact your travel. And our hope is that Democrats will soon recognize the importance of opening the government.
New tonight, the Port of Seattle now joining Portland's airport in its refusal to air this video at TSA checkpoints. In the video, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem blames Democrats for the ongoing government shutdown, which has impacted airport operations and TSA pay. In a statement, a Port of Seattle spokesperson writes this: the Port of Seattle will not play the video on its screens at SCA Airport due to the political nature of the content. We continue to urge bipartisan efforts to end the government shutdown and are working to find ways to support federal employees working without pay at SEA during the shutdown. A Portland spokesperson adds the video may violate the Hatch Act, which restricts federal employees' political activities. We are still awaiting comments from TSA.
Okay, so like I said, it just sounds like excuses to me. There needs to be consequences for this kind of stuff, because it's kind of like if they told them to fly a plane a specific way and then they were like, no, we don't want to. We don't like you, and we're not going to do what you say, even though you're the federal government and you're in charge of what airplanes do. We're just not going to do that because we don't like you. Like, there should be consequences to that. Because what's stopping them from just taking over the airport and just doing things however the fuck they want to? Because, like, that's the whole point, you know, of the totem pole and where you are on it and all of that. Like, you have bosses for a reason. You're supposed to listen to them. It's not your fucking airport. I don't really get that stuff. I don't know. Sleazebags being sleazebags, I suppose. Either way, next up, 3 staff members stabbed at Switzer Learning Center in Torrance. Now, that's in California, and they're not really clear about that. But either way, there's a mass stabbing, or at least I think that's considered a mass stabbing, out in California. Also, I think this is an alternative ed school. They don't explicitly say that, especially in this video. But it's a weird thing. Not only did he stab a bunch of people, but he claimed to plant 2 pipe bombs, too. It's really great stuff. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the Seattle airport refusing to air Kristi Noem's TSA video. Some notes here. How can an airport refuse to play videos provided by the federal government, claiming the video violates the Hatch Act, scrambling to make excuses to cover up the truth about the shutdown? They want you mad about the shutdown, but they don't want you mad at the Democrats for causing the shutdown. That's the whole little sleight of hand there. Either way, like I said, mass stabbing at this private school coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Kristi Noem's video not being shared, and we did miss the launch. I'm sorry, hooligans. I tried, but I took too damn long talking. We'll just let it play. We'll let it play. Either way, hop in the chat. Do. I got the slider closed so you can still hear the kids. It's going off. They love swing sets. Gotta bring those swing sets back. Gotta make them great again. Yes, she's so pretty. Talking about Christy Nome. Magic Moon, great view of the Earth. Yeah, they definitely ain't recording with an Obama phone. Speaking of Obama phones, every video I upload to Rumble is terrible looking. Like, the live stream is fine, but uploading videos, the last 2-3 videos I uploaded on Rumble have been awful. It's like not even 480. I think it's 430 or some shit like that. It's like I recorded on a Boost mobile phone or some shit. I don't know. I wrote Rumble. Like, I didn't know what to do about that. I'm like, shit. Do all this video editing in 1080p just for the video to not even hit 480. Southern Tripod, see, bro, the Earth is flat. That was just a picture. That ain't even real Earth. That's just, it's a hologram. What's up, Nana? Happy Freedom. Cass, you're making a roast tomorrow? It sounds fantastic. I want to make a roast. I don't even know how I'm going to eat today. I'm figuring it out. Sounds awesome, Cass. I'm excited for you. Kane, I've been having trouble with the live skipping frames. That's been an ongoing thing with Rumble forever, it seems like. And they keep, every once in a while, they'll release an update saying, oh, we fixed it, but it never fixes it. And I don't know what the deal is. I have no idea. And it seems to be hit or miss, because even sometimes when we're raiding out to other live streamers on Rumble, their stuff will be skipping and all that. And I'll have to move around on the timeline to get them unstuck. Southern Tripod, a roast sounds good. It does. Chris, bro, you had chicken tacos? Did you make them or did you buy them? What's up, Peyton? Happy Freedom. Peyton, put oregano oil on your Amazon wish list. Okay. I'll do that really quick. They got capsules and droppers. What am I supposed to get? I did, Snooks. I always got boobs on the screen. How do you think I smile? You think I just walk around smiling? No. No, I've learned the tricks of the trade here. You got to keep boobs pulled up on one of the monitors. You're supposed to smile while you're at work. Guess Rocket looks like hair juicer after a pepper event. Nah, no. Oh, hair juicer. His pepper fetishes. Kevin, I'm so jealous. My buddy had moose roast for Thanksgiving. People eat moose. That's crazy. I don't know. I feel like I knew that, but I didn't. It was not top of mind. Is it good? Eating deer is rough for me. Kevin, you love moose? I've never had it. Cass, oregano oil is healing. T1, there's something going on with Rumble. Can't even set or watch a show without freezing on. Everyone having that problem last 3 days. It's getting old. Are you on the app or are you on the browser? I don't seem to have problems on the browser sometimes, but if I'm on the app, it seems like I'm always seeing skipping. Peyton, capsules. Let me see. Clicking all the wrong things because that's what I do. I do things like that. Oil of oregano. Let's see. 10,000. I don't know the difference between milligrams. We'll try this. Alright, Peyton. I added it to the wish list. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Let me know if I got the right ones. Cass, always use the website versus the app for Rumble. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I have the best experience. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about space. So I don't know if we're like beyond the entertaining part or not. Snugs, Rumble's been fine for you. It might be like device specific. MU, put a tiny drop in your leg and rub it in. I will do that. Shine tripod, the rocket boost could flatten the curve in 2 weeks. Flatten the curve. That language is triggering. Magic Moon, yeah, I messed up the launch. I did that. It's my fault. Jeff did it. Tony Rez, they say moose knuckles is better than camel toe. Have you guys seen that Arby's has got some sort of like steak nuggets or whatever? Everybody on TikTok's been going crazy over that, calling it squirrel knuckles and baboon knees and calling it all kinds of stuff. I don't know, they look good on the advertisement, but I have not seen one person make a video saying anything good about those Arby's steak nuggets. I guess they're just awful. Kevin, I've never had elk. I only had deer, moose, snake. I don't know what that is. Some grouse, shark, lizard, and pheasant. Holy, Kevin. I've never had any of that. And frogs and snails. Jeez, Kevin, you just eat anything at this point. Magic Moon, I'll take moose knuckles. Thank you very much. I don't know what the price is. We'll have to see. I mean, you can get the capsules and open and squeeze the drop out. That's a good idea, MU. Kevin, spicy deep fried dragonfly. I couldn't eat the bugs. I just can't. Hair Juicer, moose is great. That's why I named my dog. Oh, I see. You know what's funny, Hair Juicer, is I was thinking earlier today that I haven't seen your dogs in a long time. You got a wife and lost your dogs, and I'm trying to think the last time I seen the dogs. Because I walked in the living room, I was like, roll call to Klaus Daniels. Hey, look at him. Unaffected. Completely unaffected by this. But I said that, and then I was like, you know what? When was the last time I seen Hair Juicer's dogs? I hope they're doing okay. So, Trip Out, I've eaten some stuff. A little bit of her over there. Yeah, I know. T1, dang, he eats any and everything. Yep, he don't get hungry. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom to you. Meta, it's funny, I'm afraid to fly in an airplane, but always wanted to go in a helicopter. Not weird, just a little strange. Seeing this crash doesn't scare me. Well, I'm glad it doesn't scare you. I don't know. I've always felt like it's scarier to be in a helicopter than a plane. I mean, no matter what, you don't really have a choice of whether or not you hit the ground. But in a helicopter, you can see everything. And, like, that's the good part. But to me, that's also the scary part. Because if things go left, you're right there watching it all happen. If you're in a plane, you're just stuck in the little tunnel, you know, with everybody else screaming and all of that if things go left. I don't know which one is scarier. Starting to love moose meat. Where are you guys eating all this moose at? Jeff, DMSO. Didn't you guys tell me something DMSO the other day? I'll have to check the wish list. I don't know what DMSO is, but I might have added it to the wish list if you guys told me to. Yeah, Bobby Johnson. Yeah, I'm going to have big scar from this spider bite. It's like a catcher's mitt. It's like wrapped around the back of my leg. It's huge. It's bigger than my hand. The wound is absolutely bigger than my hand at this point. Jones had bear snack sticks Friday. I've never had that either. That actually kind of sounds good. I don't know why eating bear sounds good. I don't eat an animal is bigger than me. I don't know what that is. I'd like to try bear. Moose doesn't seem like it would taste good, but you guys are talking me into it. Chicken Chops, you need a mentor. I don't know who wants to mentor this mess over here. No idea. Elon's gonna have to hit me up. What's up, Slice? Happy freedom. Albert Switzer? I have no idea, Slice. It's coming up though. What's up, Madman? Happy freedom. What the fuck is that? I don't know. I don't know what we're looking at. He's just a cat, okay? He's just a cat. Don't listen to him, buddy. You're not that ugly. You'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be okay. What's up, Corey Luca? Happy freedom. What happened with the merch store trash? The merch store was they were supposed to send me 1,000 doll hairs because when you guys do transactions with the merch store, they keep everything. and eventually I got to have a payout. And I do, like once a year I'll do a payout. And I usually just save it as like a, oh no, I'm about to fuck myself, let's do a payout kind of thing. Well, this last time I went to do the payout, they were like, well, it's going to take 3 days. I'm like, why does it take 3 days to hit my PayPal? That doesn't make any sense. And then they were like, okay, we did it. I'm like, you did what? And they're like, we did the payment. No, the fuck you didn't, because I didn't get that shit. And then all of a sudden they were no longer responsive. And it's like, I just can't get a hold of them now. And they owe me $1,000. And then everything hit me all at once, all these bills and stuff while I was dealing with this right before the weekend. And the weekend is a holiday weekend. So even today, everything's still closed because it's Columbus Day or whatever. And so it was just like the strategic fucking that happened. And it just got me right at the worst point ever. So tomorrow I'll be hitting them up, trying to get some answers from the merch store. And they're trying to claim that it's just too bad. Like, you didn't get the money? Too bad. No, that's not how this shit's going to work. Because I'm still going to have to pay tax on it. So if I'm going to pay tax on it, I'd like to actually receive the doll hairs. So I'm going to have to fight that fight. I might even have to take them to small claims court. I don't know what's going to happen with that. But like I said, they were strategically fucking me. And then everything went into the negative. And then I got these transactions over the weekend. And I can't tell how many late fees and overdraft fees I got until tomorrow when the bank opens up. It's going to be like in the hundreds of dollars in the negative. And a lot of it's going to be fees because of these fucking transactions happening over the weekend, bills coming out. Everything's automated because I have so much I'm responsible for that I can't keep track of it all. It's all automated. All I could do is pour money into the bank account and pray to God that everything's going to be okay. And it has been until this happened. And so hopefully everything will be straightened out. You guys have been really fantastic, very generous over the weekend. You guys have really helped me out. Tomorrow is when the fireworks happen, like 8 o'clock in the morning or whenever the bake's open. That's when whatever's going to happen is going to take place. Now I'm scared to death that my check's going to bounce for rent, and I don't know what's going to happen because I've never had a check bounce before, and I know it's not okay if that happens. So hopefully rent actually goes through and doesn't bounce, because if it does, they might just kick me the fuck up out of here. It's going to be hard to be employed if I'm homeless. So I don't know, but you guys have been really fantastic helping me out. Now at this point, we're kind of just waiting to see what's going to happen when the bank opens tomorrow and just brace for impact. And there's going to be, like I said, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And we're already in the negative. And so it's going to happen within 24 hours. And I assume it's going to go down and then hopefully back up because of you guys sending me support and all of that. And hopefully because of all the transactions happening in one day, that they won't super fuck me. They'll just go, hey, here's some fees, here's some negative numbers. Bam, you're now above water. You know, and then we can figure out what to do with the rest of the week. But they got me right at a strategic time. You know, it's like if somebody wanted to kill you and they send a hitman after you, they catch you while you're shitting. What can you do? You know, what can you do? You sitting there butt naked, got the knees out, petting the cat, right? And the squad walks in with rifles, and you're just sitting there with your ding-a-ling out. That's how they got me. That's how they got me. And so, you know, thank you guys for helping me out. Tomorrow's the fireworks. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom. What's up, Craig? Happy freedom to you. I mean, I don't know if I'm out of the water yet, Craig, but I'm hoping so. Corey Luca, no, they won't. You've been there for a long time. These apartment people is a corporation. They don't give a shit. Like, the people who I have to pay the other side of the state. There is no one here on the property that actually works here. Anybody who's like a manager is actually a tenant that just gets discounted rent to masquerade around as an employee. There's no actual employees here. And so, like, I've been here for almost 9 years. And one time I had a late fee, and they sent me an eviction notice. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And they were like, well, you owe us money. And I was like, no, I don't. I unpaid you. They were like, well, you owe us $10. And I was like, $10 for what? And they're like, well, your check didn't show up until a day after, because you get 10 days or whatever. And they're like, yeah, on day 11, your check showed up. And I'm like, well, it was in the mail for 5 days. You live 3 hours away from me. I can't help that it was in the mail for 5 days. And they were like, well, we don't go by the stamp on the envelope, meaning when I put it in the mail. They're like, we just go on whenever the hell we receive it. Oh, okay. Well, that ain't my fault. And they're like, well, whatever. You owed us $10. You didn't pay it. It's been a month. You're getting evicted. And I'm like, but you didn't even tell me I owed you $10. They were like, we don't have to. Oh, so I got to be a fucking mind reader in order to not get evicted. Okay, I'll just go ahead and do that. And everybody else here is a bunch of dirty pillheads. So You know, I'm just making the best of it. That's what I do. That's what I do, guys. Either way, let me see. Trump is talking to reporters on Air Force One at the White House YouTube in case you're interested. Thank you for letting me know, Simply Witchy. Let me see if we can pull this up really quick. Real quick, like, get some Trump live today. I didn't know if Trump was going to be live or not because, oh, it's only audio. I don't want to play only audio. There's no way to actually look at him. Because everybody's going to leave if I just put audio on. That's just not going to work. Yeah. We'll see. I'll have to look into it because I just pulled up the White House and it's just audio and that's not going to do the trick. But thank you for letting me know, Simply Witchy. Tell me, yeah, doing a gaggle. Oh, they look good. Hair juicer. Bunch of happy dogs here. Ghostly. Had the same shit happen. They sent me an eviction notice for late fees on a water bill. I paid the utility company and they dropped the eviction shit. Yeah. That's what they did to me too. I was like, okay, I put a check in the mail for $10. I was like, if you guys had electronic transactions, I could just do the transaction right now instead of relying on the postal service. And they're like, no, you got to send it in the mail. Like, great. It's awesome. What's up, James? Happy Freedom. Ah, you're the best, James. Oh, I appreciate you, Kevin. Thank you. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy Freedom. Oh, thank you for being here, Peyton. Enjoy the rest of your day. Kevin, I'm craving deep fried clams. I've never had a deep fried one before. Fresh out the lake. That's something else. Never mind. Ah, Magic Moon, I just exited out of the live. I didn't realize that's what they were doing. I didn't know the Starship was launching satellites. I thought they were just, I don't know, doing whatever they do. You know, going to space and whatnot. Meta, making it sound so appealing to fly in a plane. I'm sorry. My imagination just goes off sometimes. Sometimes I get off the live and I'm like, why did I even say all that shit? It's like, it's hard. It's hard to be on the live. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much for the support. Stern, they will give you a late fee. Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing is that I sent them rent in the mail for this upcoming month. Like you can see, it's the 13th. I'm 3 days late for mail or for rent. I called them on Friday to ask them, did they get my check? Because I was worried about it bouncing and all of that. And they were like, no, we haven't got it. And I was like, well, I sent it out on Tuesday. And they're like, well, we ain't got it. Oh, okay. So it's been in the mail Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, probably no work because holiday. Monday, no work, holiday. Tuesday, and it's like, okay, how many days does it take to ship a letter 3 hours away from me? Like, next time I'm just going to walk it. Fuck. It'll still be there faster than the postal service. What's up, Teasel? Happy Freedom. What's up, Alex? Happy Freedom to you. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. So next one, like I said, 3 staff members stabbed at Switzer Learning Center in California. Now, this former student, I don't know if he was a student until he decided to pull this shit or exactly when former started, but a former student went and did this and then supposedly hid some pipe bombs. So this guy was just out to do no good. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Commie Tube, and let's get into this.
Breaking right now at 11, a stabbing at a private learning center in Torrance. A former student is accused of stabbing 3 staff members and attempting to stab a 4th. Police have taken that former student into custody. NBC4's Julia Dang is live in News Chopper 4 with breaking new details. Julia.
Annabelle, the scope of the investigation on the ground here is just expanding. You can see the LA County Sheriff's Department has their bomb squad still on scene. They are investigating claims by that stabbing suspect, a former student here, that he placed 2 pipe bombs in the area. As I zoom out here wide, you can see the fire department, the police department still on scene as well. They've got an ambulance standing by, 1 fire truck still here. We watched as 2 ambulances pulled away earlier. A total of 3 staff members confirmed stabbed here, allegedly by that former student. 2 of them were transported to the hospital, the other treated on scene. But a lot still underway here. People are being advised to avoid the area. We're live in News Chopper 4. Back to you.
A lot of activity out there. So from the air to the ground, let's get out to NBC4's Karma Dickerson. She's live at the school. Karma, I know you're out there trying to gather more information. What are you learning right now?
Well, Annabelle, we're about a block away from the overhead shot that Julia was just sharing with us. Remember, she was pointing out those the ambulances on the camera, and we're just beyond those same ambulances, or just over our shoulder. Now, because this is an event that involves the bomb squad, we're being kept a good ways back while they try to determine if this area is safe. This is Switzer Learning Center, and it's in an otherwise industrial sort of office park area. Now, it was at about 8:15 this morning when a former student is accused of stabbing 3 staff members and trying to stab a 4th before leaving. 2 of those staff members taken to Harbor General Hospital. A 3rd person was able to be treated here. Police have arrested the person they think was responsible. However, according to Torrance police, that person, when he was arrested, indicated that he had placed 2 pipe bombs in the vicinity of this area. It's around 208th Street and Amapola Avenue. And this triggered this massive call out that you're looking at right now. Now, they characterize this as an ongoing investigation. Julia was just giving us an idea of what that looks like from overhead and just how many crews and scenes are on the ground trying to determine what's happening. At the center of this is a school, and we know that there are at least some students still at the school, apparently, because a parent came up a short time after saying her daughter had been taken back inside the school. She was very concerned because she didn't have a lot of information. She was too disturbed to talk with us on camera. She really just wants answers about her child, but her last information is that her daughter was taken back inside that school. So what exactly is happening behind those doors and what the situation is on the ground inside the doors of the school, unclear right now, but a lot of investigators trying to get some answers at this point. Annabelle?
All right, Karma, appreciate that update. And of course, this is a story that we are going.
Okay. Now, I actually watched 3 different videos talking about this story, and all of them were like really occupied with worrying about what the helicopter was doing. I don't know if they thought it was going to fall out of the sky or what, but it just seemed like there was so much going on that they can't really give you a solid storyline here. But this is what I've gathered. It's a private school in California. Again, Torrance, wherever that is. Had to go Google it because they didn't tell you in the damn story where that even is. I actually wrote on the video itself, is this in America? Because, like, where the fuck is Torrance? I live in Michigan. You think I know where Torrance is? I don't. Like, and they keep saying the school name like I know where that is. Like, try. Fucking try. This city, in this state, this happened. Real simple. Either way, it's a private school in California. In another video, they say that it's a students with learning differences school, which to me sounds like an alternative school, which is what I was in the beginning of my high school career, which is kind of like adult ed, or if you're a bad kid or whatever, they'll send you to this school if the main school won't take you. That's what this sounds like, especially because there was violence and stuff. I think it's an alternative education. They're saying this former student stabbed 3 people and was trying to stab a 4th before he was shoved out of the building. I don't know if that is when he was arrested or what, but he was prevented from stabbing the 4th person. They all went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. They claim that he said he had planted 2 pipe bombs somewhere near the school. And then I also have questions. Are the Democrats going to get together and start rallying to ban these assault knives? You know, it's just my own little questions there. Either way, next up, we got New York City mother was beaten to death by hospital roommate, the family says. Now, this woman was a 55-year-old woman who was in a hospital in the Bronx. And while she was there getting some kidney treatments, I think is what it was. Oh, she has a liver condition. Was getting treatment for it. And the roommate just beat her to death. Beat her to where she needed brain surgery, and then she died. It's fucking crazy. It's coming up next. Like I said, a hospital in the Bronx. Where's AOC on this? It's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this person stabbing people and claiming he planted pipe bombs and all this other shit at this private school in Cali. Man, Rogers, the package I sent you took 4 days to get to you from Oregon. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I don't know if what I think it is, I put shit in the mail and Roxanne sees it and she's like, oops, lost, and just throws it across the room on the floor. Like, I don't know. It's just, I hate the mail system. Cass, alternative school or a disability school? See, and I was kind of wondering if it was like a disabilities thing too, but the way they worded it was super weird. Yeah, a students for learning differences. I don't know. T1, Democrats helping fund them evil, ugly, nasty people. Yep, yes they are. Kevin, if you fight the sleep, you get a nice little buzz. You talking about the itis from Turkey? Turkey's kicking my ass. I got to stay up or I'll be awake at 3 a.m. Yeah, the itis. It's been a while since I felt the itis. MU, you craving some shrimp? Eco jugs for Jeff. Love that. MU, I worry about forgetting to pay rent, so I went to the office and asked, will you call if I'm late? They're pretty nice here, so they just laughed and said they would. That's awesome, MU. I mean, you would think, you want the money or not. Like, and I understand you shouldn't have to call people looking for money when they owe you. I understand all that. But we're adults here, and if I'm late, let me know I'm late, and I can make it better, And I don't know. It just sucks when you get around these people who got their nose in the air. T1, they're saying that the post office is ripping people off. Be careful. People sending any kind of money is getting really bad. Can't even pay your bills through mail anymore. Yeah, I have heard of stuff happening in the mail. I haven't had anything happen recently, but there was a while there where my Rumble checks weren't showing up because I used to get them in the mail. Now I get wire transfers, which I'm thankful for that because apparently I'm not a big enough person on the platform to get wire transfers. Apparently that's how they treat like Crowder and them. But because I was having issues and somebody stole 4 checks out of the mail because it's random. It's random. I never know what I'm going to make or when I'm going to make it. It just hits a threshold and eventually Rumble will kick out a check. And it's like once a month if I hit the threshold. But again, I can't sit here and stare at numbers. It gives me anxiety. It makes me want to throw up blood. And so eventually I was doing taxes and realized there was 4 checks that never showed up that I didn't even know were supposed to be here. And Rumble checked it and saw that they weren't even cashed or anything. And they were like 8 months late. And all this stuff happened because I have terrible luck. And they eventually got me on the wire transfer stuff. But ever since that happened, I haven't had problems in the mail other than now it apparently takes 10 days for me to send a check to the other side of the state. What I'm really hoping doesn't happen besides bouncing a check is I'm hoping that it doesn't get lost because then that's going to be floating around out there and I'll have to worry about that. Guess USPS is losing $15 billion a year. It's crazy. Treasury's been bailing them out. See, why not fix the system? Why keep throwing money at the problem instead of fixing it? Damn government. 8-bit, I was just honest tonight. That's how I am, 8-bit. Cass, wear red tomorrow for Charlie Kirk's birthday. Yes. What's up, 1776? Happy freedom to you. Meta, where's the Bronx? Well, I said it was in New York. I appreciate you, Southern Eagleman. Alex King, Orange County is incorrect. It's by Long Beach. Is that what they were saying in the video there? Bobby Johnson kicked out over being $10 short. That's when you miss living in the ghetto. No, I don't miss living in the ghetto. I used to live in South Bend, Indiana when I was young, when I was like 12 years old. We used to watch people do drive-bys and all kinds of shit. Our house was hitting drive-bys. This is just awful. This is so awful. Having people let their big Rottweilers go after us. Me and my sister walking to school, walking to the bus stop and stuff because we were white. But, hey, you're on the wrong side of town. Let the dog go out the door and run it down the fucking street. I don't miss any of that shit. Crackheads, prostitutes, people screaming, people dying in the middle of the night. I don't know. I don't miss living in the ghetto because that shit was the real ghetto. It wasn't like the cool ghetto you see in rap videos. It was like the real ghetto. It was like, fucking hated it. Hated the shit out of it. Either way, before we get into this next video, I want to give you guys a reminder really quick that you need to go check out Alistair's new horror podcast. It's pretty fucking awesome. It's called EATI. Let's do the thing here. I want to tell you about a horror podcast called EATI, which stands for Experimental Alien Technology Institution. This is a found footage audio drama. Each episode is a standalone tape from a secret organization's case file. They investigate things that they simply cannot explain. What you are hearing is a first-person recording of a mystery that defies both logic and reality itself. If you love cosmic horror, the terrifying ambiguity, I gotta learn how to say that, of H.P. Lovecraft, and the sheer raw terror of the found footage genre, then EATI is your next obsession. It's built for headphone listening to deliver a truly immersive handheld camera experience. Every episode is a unique nightmare that will make you question what's real and what's lurking just beyond your sight. You can listen right now on Spotify, iTunes, Rumble, Buzzsprout, and all major platforms. I'll drop this link really quick. Get in this next one. And it is cool. I went and listened to one of the episodes that Alistair put out there, and it sounds awesome. It sounds real awesome. Either way, definitely go check that out. All right, and like I said, next up we have New York City mother beaten to death by hospital roommate, the family says. And it's like, as the story goes on, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And all I know is, I don't care what's happening, I will never be going to the hospital in the Bronx. You have a better chance just dying on the steps, I guess. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
A homicide investigation is underway at a hospital in the Bronx after police say a 55-year-old woman was beaten to death at Lincoln Hospital. Her heartbroken family is demanding answers. They say they know who killed her. What they don't understand is why that person was released by authorities. News 4's Jessica Cunnington is live in Morrisania with the grieving family's fight for justice. Jess.
Yeah, Gilma, Cynthia Van's family gathered here at the Sherman Avenue Community Garden because this is where she spent a lot of time gardening and just spending time with her neighbors. And they stood right here today on her birthday and they asked how in the world she went into a Bronx hospital to get care, to get better, but ended up dead. Cynthia Van would have turned 56 years old today. She was a daughter, a sister, and Tanisha's mother.
I just want to fight for justice. I'm going to continue to fight until justice is served. My biggest support system,
Nearly 2 weeks ago, her mother died, her family says, after being attacked inside Lincoln Hospital, where she was being treated for a liver condition.
My child was barely noticeable. The Lord had to tell me that that was my child laying in that bed. Some doctors talked to us, nothing about how she got there or what happened to her.
Van's family and law enforcement sources say her hospital roommate, Raquel Houghton, punched her in the head multiple times early on September 10th. The injury is so severe, Van needed brain surgery. Prior to the procedure, Van's family says she reported the attack to hospital staff. She died days later, the medical examiner ruling it a homicide.
She not only just said it verbally, but she also did it in a written statement. So they knew that she was attacked for 4 times. And they took Raquel out of the room, but no arrest was happening. After some time has passed, She assaults a hospital staffer.
The Bronx District Attorney's Office confirms Houghton was arrested for assaulting a hospital aide and the attack on Van. The DA says there wasn't enough evidence at the moment to charge Houghton with the attack on Van, but prosecutors say they're still investigating. Van's family and legal team launching their own investigation and demanding leaders take action.
We will investigate, we will leave no stone unturned, and we will find out what failures took place.
The Bronx DA's office tells me that bail was set on Houghton in the attack on that hospital aide, but they say that a judge decided to release her a week later, and that was against the DA's request. We now know that the family says they met with the NYPD this morning. They're also in touch with the DA's office. They're calling on Lincoln Hospital to cooperate with the investigation here. We have not been able to reach Lincoln Hospital for a new statement on this or to Raquel Houghton either, but earlier this week when we asked them specifically about this case, a spokesperson for Lincoln Hospital said New York City Health and Hospitals, Lincoln, is committed to safety of its patients, staff, and visitors. Live in Morrisania, I'm Jessica Cunnington, News 4 New York.
All right, like I said, really crazy situation there. Just continuously gets worse as the story goes on. They're saying this 55-year-old woman was beaten to death while at the hospital in the Bronx. Happened 2 weeks before her birthday. She was being treated for a liver condition. Her roommate punched her in her head multiple times. The injuries were so severe that she needed brain surgery. They ruled it a homicide after she died. But the woman that punched her was not arrested for murder. Instead, she went to assault some of the staff and was later arrested for assaulting the staff, which then caused them to investigate the murder, claiming that when the murder happened, they didn't have enough evidence at the time, which doesn't make any sense because you can detain somebody without evidence and only suspicion of a crime for 48 hours. So they just chose not to do that. They were, oh, you killed the woman you were in the room with? Well, we don't know if that's true, so we're just going to let you go. Like, that's not how shit's supposed to go. Like, not even kind of, sort of. But she was arrested after assaulting the staff, and then they were like, well, since we got to arrest her for this, for assault, might as well investigate the murder too, I suppose. I don't know if these are the world's laziest cops or what. But then the judge gave her bond, which is crazy because considering she was murdering people and assaulting people at a hospital. They gave her bond, but they don't even waste any time telling us what her bond was because a judge let her out without posting bond, even though it was against the DA's wishes, saying that they were not recommending to do this. Judge did it anyways. So apparently they got a cashless bond. That's the only thing I can assume because they didn't post bond. They were released by a judge. So I don't know if they got a PR bond or what, but nothing about any of that makes any kind of sense. It doesn't sound like there's going to be any justice from this. Now, the people on the screen, they're hoping for money and closure and justice and whatnot, but it's New York, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, next up, we got lefties losing their marbles. Today, it's titled Jeff Bridges' Cringe Anti-Ice Routine. It's coming up next, and then we got the fun stuff. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this woman that was beat to death at a hospital in the Bronx. 10-man woke cops. Yeah, I think you're right. You'd think that they'd be, after getting their ass whipped by illegals for the last couple of years, they'd actually be into doing their job. Guess not at the hospitals. Guess AOC's district. Yep. See, and I bet she isn't saying anything about this. She want all them judges getting paid to do evil shit, Obama and Biden judges. Yeah. And then they're also like, oh, well, Soros DA, blah, blah. I hate when they do that. It's like, if you know they're being funded by Soros, then why isn't anybody doing anything about it? It's like everybody just knows. They're like, oh, these people, they're paid by Soros. Well, then why are you not doing anything? Like, how is that different than China controlling somebody? There's still somebody from outside the country controlling people inside the country who have too much power. Like, I don't understand why nobody does anything about that. Grinch Bro still waiting for the time travel machine. 2025 kind of sucks. Yeah, I feel the same way. James, judge needs to be held accountable for their judgments. I absolutely agree. Yeah, Cass, makes no sense. Ghostly judge needs to be held accountable. Yep. Well, and then they didn't even show us the woman that did all this. What does the murderer look like? You know, like we don't even know what they look like. I spent the first 3/4 of the video thinking it's a dude. They're like, the roommate jumped up, punched the woman until she died. I'm thinking it's a dude. Like, no, and then they're like, well, she and her. I had to go back and rewatch the video 2-3 times. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, why not show the monster? So we know what the monster looks like. We can avoid that person. And it's time to feed the gators. Mm-hmm. Cass, how did no one stop them? Yeah, in a hospital. It's crazy. $17.76. Even the hospitals are dangerous now. Yeah. It's going to continue to be that way until people get held accountable on all levels. Like all levels, from the government down to who's washing dishes at your local McDonald's. We need accountability. If you're fucking up, you need to face the consequences. And until we have that, things will continue to be worse. Planes falling out of the sky, government shutdowns, shitty jobs, like all that stuff will continue until accountability decides to come back from going and getting those pack of smokes, because it never came back. Meta. Yeah, but I would have to do that before I sent the check. I'll have to do. I could do it from now on. Hopefully the apartment people just get this check and I don't have to worry about it being lost in the mail and all that crap. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. Really appreciate you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much for the support. Guess who? Happy freedom to you. The spider that bit Jeff was an Antifa member. I think it was an assassin sent by Bambi Al Qaeda. Rich, happy freedom to you. I died in the hospital. They gave me fentanyl too quick in my IV. It's no good. That's funny. Guess who? I can't say it out loud or YouTube will have a fit. Cheeky jobs, I guess. It's not what I want. But it's, you know, it's where I'm at. Bobby Johnson, post office in Sacramento, tried to steal a guitar from me. Had to fight to get it. Literally claimed stupid till I caught the main dude leaving work. Had a little talk. Guitar came in private car 3 hours later. Yeah, Bobby Johnson. People are so slimy. It's no good. I always appreciate people having integrity, especially now, because there's not a lot of people like that anymore. Just on bail reform laws, New York passed a law in 2019 to eliminate cash bail for most misdemeanors and nonviolent felonies. Became law in 2020. See, but it's not nonviolent. She's being charged with, well, I don't know if she's being charged, but it was ruled a homicide. She was the cause of the homicide, so she should be facing murder charges, but we didn't explicitly hear that. And then we can assume she got assault charges because she was originally arrested for assaulting staff. Those are violent charges, so it shouldn't even... it shouldn't even pertain to that, but you know, everything we cover doesn't make any kind of sense, and the criminals always get off the hook. So, you know, who knows? Hopefully we'll get a follow-up on this, because I'd like to see this person being held accountable, considering they're just murdering people in hospital rooms and then nobody's doing anything about it. That's a problem. Let's get into this next video here. Like I said, Lefty's losing it. Jeff Bridges' cringe anti-ice routine. Of course, there's gonna be a plethora of lefties losing their marbles here. Let's see. Come on. There we go. We got Rita in turquoise today. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start the week with some cringe content courtesy of Hollywood. Here is Jeff Bridges on Jimmy Kimmel's awful program, reprising his dude character. It does not go well.
And, yeah, ice. Let's get ice off our streets and into our beverages. This aggression will not stand, huh? Right? Right. So let's just abide, huh? Abide together. Yes, we can do this. Now, that's just like my opinion, but it's a good one. Don't you
That's
think,
a pretty
Jay?
great opinion,
Yeah,
I think.
man.
Thank you, dude.
You can see why Jimmy Kimmel's ratings are circling the drain after that little suspension bump. Not only is he miserable, unfunny and cringe, but so are his guests. And talking about miserable and unfunny, let's check in on alleged comic Trevor Noah, who decided he was going to make jokes about Charlie Kirk and his murder. And he did that by lying about it. He might think this is edgy, but it's just trash. Unfunny, dumb trash, lacking any wit or insight.
I wasn't going to say anything about Charlie Kirk, but don't. There's nothing funny about it. Oh, now you tested me. I mean, there's nothing funny about it? You can't say there's nothing funny about it. No, there's nothing fun. No, don't say that, because as a comedian, I'll be like, I'm sure there's something funny about it. The guy was shot while defending guns. Do you understand how? I'm not even writing that as a joke. As a human, you have to admit that is an incongruous, funny thing that happens. You are there, you're like on stage and you're like, let me tell you why people should have guns. Wapa!
What a pitiful jerk. And for the record, Charlie wasn't killed defending the Second Amendment. He was murdered as he was about to answer a question about trans killers, about trans activists committing acts of violence. But Trevor Noah didn't make that point, did he? If he wanted to talk about irony, he could have talked about the fact that Charlie was allegedly murdered by a trans activist in a relationship with someone who is trans, who murdered Charlie as he was answering a question about trans violence. Trevor Noah doesn't have the guts to do that. He just plays to the easy leftist loser crowd who don't want to laugh. They want to applaud right-on comments like trained seals. Now let's talk about awfuls, affluent white female leftists. They're a growing problem and they dominate Democrat ranks. Yes, there is something wrong with Democrat women, and it runs a lot deeper than the craziness of the squad. Let's look at the woman who is the front runner to be the most powerful in America. She's the front runner to be the next governor of California. Here's a brief highlights package of her meltdown on CBS recently.
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%? So you don't think
I feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question? It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer. What I'm saying to you is that...
Well, to those voters. Okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered our follow-ups.
I don't care.
Yep, that's Katie Porter, and she's leading in the polls to take over California, the 4th biggest economy in the world. Maybe that meltdown will change things, but she's been unhinged for a long time. Here she is berating a staff member for getting in her shot.
If we don't electrify our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems. And the state could lose. Get out of my shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot.
And let's hear this election night story from Katie Porter involving her young daughter.
So on election night, I went to pick up my daughter from water polo practice, and she's 12, and she got in the car and she was crying. She said, Mom, Trump won. Trump's going to win. And what if I get raped and I need to have an abortion? This is from a 12-year-old, my 12-year-old daughter. And so it was really a reminder of how scary this time is for people.
Oh, Katie, you brought your family into this. That was a mistake, because we're now going to check in on what happened during your divorce proceedings. Yes, Katie's ex-husband, Matthew Hoffman, detailed that the Democrat frequently abused him and threw all sorts of things at him during their marriage. She once shattered a glass coffee pot on their kitchen counter when she felt their house wasn't clean enough. The ex-husband also said she would not let me have a cell phone because she said, you're too effing dumb to operate it. And most incredibly, he said that Katie Porter once became so incensed by the way he was making mashed potatoes that she raised a ceramic bowl of steaming hot potatoes and dumped them on his head, burning his scalp. And she's the front runner to be the governor of California. Goodness me, Democrats are slow learners. And talking about slow learners, let's check in with ABC. Let's have a look at Vice President J.D. Vance absolutely demolishing George Stephanopoulos, the long-term Democrat operative turned ABC News anchor, did not see this coming, and his reaction to it was to abruptly end the interview. This is certainly a lefty losing it.
I don't know what tape you're referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You are focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, George, I said that I don't.
Up next, we'll be right back.
Joining me now is Newsweek.
Okay. Of course, that's how they got to do J.D. Vance. Say some fake shit and then cut them off, because that's how the Dems get down. Either way, that is all the news I have for you hooligans today. We are going to get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we got an unboxing. Then we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Cass. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by 10 Man, and it's titled If Monday Was a Game. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Sounds Like Love. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about lefties losing it. What's up, Turbo? Happy Freedom. 10 Man Thunderbolt. I'll have to add it to the wish list. Guess I'm typical narcissist Dem. Yep. That woman is out of control. The one running for governor of Cali. She is, I don't know. She's a nasty woman. T1, another one. Didn't learn Trump sued them. Now JD time. Yeah. They don't like JD Vance. He's been really dialed in the last couple times I've seen JD Vance. He's been really quick with the responses. He's always saying the right thing. He never seems to be caught off guard. I don't know. He seems pretty prepared for the position. There's a lot of people saying they want to vote for him in 2028. What's up, Tiger Jaw? Happy Freedom to you. MU, California only votes in the most brainless. That's what scares me about this woman, is that she might win. Like, I don't know why anybody would vote for her, but where she is, she might actually win. Grinch Bro, yep, she never got her ass whooped as a child. You can always spot those. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Grinch Bro. People just don't know how to act, and those are the ones who never got their ass whooped, because you never act out of line if you've been tagged enough, you know? Magic Moon Hollywood hack. Yep, I agree. What's up, Dennis? Happy Freedom. James, the beatings will continue until morale improves. That's where we are. Meta bipolar Porter, maybe? I don't know if she's bipolar. She's nasty, I know that. There's just no reason to act like that and treat people like that. Son Ingman, hell yeah, JD, get it. Let him have it. Agent O Karen Tifa, she is. The Karen Tifa. I'll look it up, 10 man, I'll add it onto the list. Good Lord, guess where is Russell today? And then I believe it was Trump that said, you're going to get tired of winning. Him and JD just keep winning. You're not wrong, Nana. All right, hooligans, we're going to get into the fun stuff here. Like I said, we got an unboxing, and then we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Cass. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we got today in the mail. Let me see here. I can't remember who sent it. Watchmen. This is from Watchmen. Whoa. Look at this. I put this on the wish list for Klaus Daniels. I'm not going to be able to catch him right now, but we're going to have to take pictures with it. Look at this. Look at this little kitty sombrero here. This is good stuff. Look at this. Come here, Klaus Daniels. Come here. Come check this out. Come here. Get off your big booty. Come on. Try. He knows I'm going to put him in the goofy hat. All right, well, we'll have to catch him at another time. But Klaus has got his own sombrero. We're going to have to take pictures and stuff. It's so awesome. Thank you so much, Watchmen. We're going to set this right here so we can sneak attack him. Give him a little kitty sombrero. We're going to have to clip that when we get it because I don't know how long he's going to wear it, but it's going to be fantastic. I love that. Thank you so much, Watchmen. So badass. All right, hooligans. Let's see what we get today from the Advent Calendar sent by Cass. Let's see which spooky person we get. Also, I did Google the other ones. So this one is The Nun from the scary movie The Nun, I think it is. And then this is Beetlejuice. Now, I don't know why they made Beetlejuice look like this. Maybe this is how Beetlejuice looks in like the new cartoons or something. But this is Beetlejuice. So I did Google them. Now let's see who we get today. Let me see. Day 6. Oh no. What I feared has happened. We have a blank spot. And that's because the surface of this, see how it's all bubbled up? It's because they're jumping seats here. Let's see what's in 7. Eventually we'll start opening some that will have two in the one spot. I'm sure you guys are typing something out about that. Oh no, 7 is also blank. Let's see what's in 8. We're not going to open the whole damn thing today. Jesus loves us. This happens. We've had other Advent calendars do this too. Oh, we got a good one today. Even though we had to open 3 doors to get to it. 4 doors, more horrors. Yes. Let me see if you guys can figure out who this is here. Now, does he got a green mustache? No, he's got teeth. It looks like a mustache in this. It's hard to focus, you fucking camera. Anyways, it is Freddy Krueger. It's got to be Freddy Krueger. Very cool. Very cool. Holy. Had to dig around for it, but I got it. Thank you, Cass. Really appreciate it. All right, hooligans. Let's get into these funny videos here. This first one was provided by 10 Man. All right. Like I said, this was provided by 10 Man and it's titled If Monday Was a Game.
Yes, we.
You could tell the one in the red shirt already tried this. Yay, let's go play Monday. That was the first thing I thought when I saw that. Either way, getting into our official funny video of the day. You're either going to think this is funny or you're just not. But it had me rolling. This is something else. This was provided by Ghostly, and this is titled Sounds Like Love.
Pop quiz. What is the difference between jam and jelly?
I can't jelly my dick in your ass?
Jelly's made with just the juice of the fruit, and jam's with the whole fruit. Pop quiz.
Yes. Fucking smoked me. I heard that and I was like, that's not just the funny video of the day. That's how I live my life. Holy fuck. Anyways, I thought that was great. I'm sure not all of you did, but I thought it was a good one. Either way, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna drop this Linktree link in all of the chats really quick. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. Then we're gonna be raiding out over on Rumble. It's a brand new week, so we got a whole open schedule of who we're gonna raid today. There is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. Plus, you'll be able to join us in the voice chat on Fridays, and right now we're eating hot peppers. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. All right, like I said, we're going to read through. We got the pledge coming up, and we're raiding out over on Rumble. Guess I miss him. Talking about Russell. I don't know where Russell is today. Hopefully he's not sick. Bill Clay, I'd jelly her. Mm-hmm. What's up, Tori Wayne? Happy Freedom. Tori Wayne, I was trying to wish you a happy birthday, and I couldn't tag you on the website for some reason. I don't know why. That's actually when I called the developers, and then I found other problems I had them work on. But either way, I hope you had a fantastic birthday, Tori Wayne. We've been wondering where you were. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy Freedom. Ghostly Freddy from Freddy Got Fingered? No, not that Freddy. But they should throw that in there too. Bill Clay, 7 was the Invisible Man. I think you're right. I think you're right. I wish I could get Klaus Daniels over here to wear this sombrero. Come here, chicken nugget. I want to put this hat on you. Get up. He's so damn lazy. He's dragging his body across the floor. Kevin, it's Scary Terry. I'm trying to think what it's from Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. Oh, Scary Terry. Ghostly, I love the look on her face. Yeah, I should have known better. It was, you just seen her die inside. Tori Wayne, it was better than expected. Fantastic. Love that. Happy birthday to you, even though I'm late. Oh, Klaus Daniels. Come here, Klaus Daniels. We got to get this figured out. There you go. Now come here. Come here. We're going to put this little sombrero on you. That's good stuff. Yeah. Come here. Now, what do you think? You think we're going to be able to make this work? We got to be quick. Oh, you almost caught me in the face. Hola, amigos. Oh, Klaus Daniels. Me llamo la Klaus Danielson. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Look at you. Look at your little hat. Come here now. You gotta sport it for a second. Come on, amigo. Oh, kitty gato. Do the thing. Do the thing, mi amigo. He's a good boy. Senor Klaus Daniels. Yes. I hope you guys are clipping this. Look at this cat. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. It's amigo Klaus Daniels here. Donde es la licor y la mota? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're getting extra fancy feast today. What a good sport. Holy. When I kick the bucket, God's going to make me come back as Klaus. Anyways, reading through really quick, and we got the pledge coming up. I think we're about there. Yes. All right, hooligans, let's do the thing. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. We did the thing. It is that time once again, hooligans. We are going to be raiding out over on Rumble. Let's figure out who's live. Oh, everybody's live right now. This is the time. This is the time. So Rotella's live. He's got Trump on the screen. Good stuff. We're going to raid Rotella. We're going to start the week off right. Now, don't forget, hit that like button as soon as you land, you hooligans. Let's get this rolling. All right, let's do the thing.
So what do we... I still don't know what this is even about. I don't think these guys are at war with Gaza. Jeff Mack. Hi, Jeff. Jeff Mack raids the stream. Let's say hi to some hooligans, shall we? What's up, hooligans? Welcome in. Great to see ya. Mr. Mack. Welcome in, Magic Moon. Nice to see you, Mr. Mack. Let's bring up Mr. Mack. Mr. Mack, I saw your video today about the merch, dude. Dude, fuck that. Fuck that, Mr. Mack. We've been using Sticker Mule. I don't know if you like Sticker Mule can also attach to your Rumble page also. You might want to check out Sticker Mule. That sucks, dude. Jeff Mack got screwed off of a merch payment, man. They didn't pay this guy like $1,000. Fuck that shit, Jeff Mack. Dump that merch company. We use Sticker Mule. You can also attach it to Rumble. You might want to check that out. Thank you so much, hooligans. Thank you so much, Jeff Mack, for that raid. Check it out, Jeff. It might help even better. People can just click on it right from your Rumble page anyways, man. It works great for us. I think they ship stuff within a week. It's great quality. I love it. Thank you so much, Jeff Mack. Good luck, my man. Welcome in, hooligans. Come on in. We'll check it out. The Egypt conference. Come on in. Thank you so much, Jeff. Good luck, my man.
Go to the lobby. Let's all go to the
All right. That's Rotella. Fantastic raid, you hooligans. I'm sitting here trying to pick cat hair off my face, and he's got me on the screen in front of everybody. It's Inception. Either way, Rotella is awesome. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Now I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know, but we got some sombrero time in. Klaus Daniel's so funny in his sombrero. What's up, Tom Tom? Happy Freedom. Thanks for being here, Matt Rogers. Thank you, Tom Tom. 10 man. Look at this. Klaus Daniels. If you can drive a lawnmower, you can drive a car. Oh, cat hair up my nose. Not supposed to snort the cat. What am I hearing? Stop scratching on stuff. It's gonna scratch the paint right off the walls. Thanks for being here, Rappy. Enjoy the rest of your night. Happy freedom to you, Tori Wayne. Thank you, Bill Clay. I hope you have a great night as well. That's right, Nana. Play ball. Rappy cuteness overload. Klaus Daniels, he's a good boy. Kevin, just remember, if you poop in your dreams, you poop for real. It's true. That is true. Thanks for being here, Turbo. Thank you, Tin Man. Meta Klaus is muy bonita. El sombrero, gracias. Yes. It's a pretty kitty. I like how he went on mush face. He looked like Ralphie in a Christmas Story when he came out in the bunny costume. His grandma or his aunt or whatever made him. He's coming down the stairs and his bunny ears are doing. That was Klaus Daniels with the sombrero on. Tori Wayne, I bought shirts 2 months ago and never got them. You got to write customer service, which obviously is a pain in the ass. Even I can't get a hold of them. They run out of supplies and they don't say anything to anyone, and then you're just waiting months and months for stuff. I've waited 5 months for a hoodie, and it's only happened a couple times, so I thought it was like an isolated incident, but it seems to be a pretty regular incident, which is why we're working on this new merch store. But I really screwed myself on a separate merch store that I had made a couple years ago, and it's because I didn't check all the boxes, and there's so much stuff you got to do behind the scenes. So with this new merch store, I'm trying to make sure that everything is as it should be, because as you guys have heard about my weekend, I'm not in a position to take a bunch of hits. There was somebody arguing with me yesterday in the comment section trying to tell me that I must be wealthy because we have almost 60K followers on YouTube. We're demonetized on YouTube. I might as well have 0 followers on YouTube. Like, I'm not wealthy. I'm not even kind of fucking sort of wealthy. And I don't know. I was surprised to hear that. I was surprised that people actually thought that. I am not wealthy. But I am trying really hard to make this new merch store badass, because when I release it, we're going to have so many cool things. We got watches and shoes and backpacks and shirts and hoodies that got Sherpa lining and all kinds of, we got winter coats. There's all kinds of cool stuff that's coming out, but I want to make sure that the merch store is airtight, that it is as it's supposed to be set up, because once I open it up to you hooligans, I want you guys to go get all the items that you think you're going to look good in. We even got hooligan unders coming out, some new underwear with hooligan logos and designs on them for men and for women. And if you're not a man or a woman, we don't make clothes for you, because that's how we do shit here. So yes, I'm very excited about the new merch store, but I got to get it off the ground, and I will let you guys know as soon as I have that put together. I'm going to work on it really hard tonight and try and get as much done as possible, because we got to get this new store online, because Alistair made these great designs. I haven't even been able to show you guys these new shirt designs yet. So I'll be working on that all night tonight, and as soon as I can, I will open the store up and let you guys know of all the great things. Hey, thank you, Southern Eagleman. Appreciate you being with us. Yeah, 10 man. Yeah, you're right. Nan, a sticker mule might be worth looking into. I think so. I am going to look into sticker mule, and I got a surprise for you hooligans. I'm going to say that. It's not, I ain't got it today, but this week I got a surprise for you hooligans, and a sort of free way for you guys to get some cool stuff from me. I'm going to show you, I think tomorrow. It might be in the mailbox right now, but either way, I got something cool for you guys coming up later this week. But I have used Sticker Mule before. I've gotten stickers from them. Actually, these Jeff Mack stickers, everybody that came to the Hooligan Picnic got Jeff Mack stickers. But these were made by Sticker Mule years ago, way before Rumble and all that stuff. I had a ton of these. Now I only got like 50 of them. But these were made by Sticker Mule. Sticker Mule is awesome. I have given them my money before. I just don't have merch going through them because their shirts are like twice as expensive as what the new merch store is going to be. But I may look into it just to connect something to the Rumble stuff. Plus, they did partner up with Rumble, so who knows? Maybe they're going to have better prices soon. Either way, I will look into it. Absolutely, Nana. Oh, MU, I won't. I'm gonna email Pumpkin right after the live. I got the tab pulled up. Guess I'm not the sticky mule. Don't make that mistake. Thank you for letting me know. Guess I almost messed it up. Oh, 10 man, yeah. Meta, the way Klaus grabbed that hat with his paws, he's like, no, you didn't. I know. He's so funny. He's putting his hands on his head. He's about to grow thumbs. Oh, I appreciate you, Tori Wayne. I'm sorry that you had those problems. This is why we're getting away from this merch store. You know, whatever happens to them, happens to them. I don't wish bad things on them, but when you don't treat people right and you're deceitful in the way you do business and stuff, life has a way of, you know, taking care of that kind of stuff. So those merch people, we're going to leave them behind, and we're going to move forward to a better merch store. And eventually, hopefully, I'll get my money out of these people. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep working on it. Like I said, we'll take them to small claims court if we have to. My grandpa used to do that shit left and right because people always thought he was playing, and he was never playing about money. And so I know what it takes to go into small claims court, and I will take them if I have to. I thought about taking YouTube to it because what's the chances of YouTube showing up to court? They're wealthy. They probably won't. That's an easy 10K right there. But we don't have a Bill of Rights on the internet, so that's why I never took YouTube to small claims court for silencing my free speech. And I can't prove that the government did it because I can't prove that, even though I know it was the government. Either way, problems for another day. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you guys for kicking so much ass. And thank you guys once again for being so generous and helping me out over the weekend. Like I said, tomorrow is when the fireworks kick off because the banks open up. And we're going to see how this is going to go. We're going to brace for impact. But you guys are very generous. And thank you so much for helping me out. So hopefully we'll be golden tomorrow. I'll have to see if the check's going to bounce. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But I think we'll be above water tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping. And I could not be in this position without you guys. I was really fucked. And so thank you guys so much for all your help, all your support, and for showing up today and for covering the news and making the news suck a little less. I really appreciate you guys. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your day, find some fantastic food. I'm going to try and do the same. Please be safe and make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.